I was born in Denver, Colorado. I never knew my father nor my mother. I do not know how I was conceived, if it was by adultery or prostitution or incest, or what was the origin of my conception, because I never knew my father. I never knew my mother. And I was born with a disease called Pink's disease. It's like leprosy, and my mother left me at the hospital to die. And at the age of 10 days, I hadn't died yet, and I was very small, shriveled up, and a woman came to the hospital to adopt a baby. And at that time, 1947, you could adopt children very easily, and there were many babies. So she could choose which baby she wanted. So as she was looking at the baby, she came to me, and I was in the middle, very small and sick, and I preached my first sermon. I said, "Adopt me, adopt me." And the woman stopped, and she said, "That's the baby that God has chosen for me." And the doctor said, "No, you don't want this baby. He's very sick. His mother left him here to die. Take a healthy baby, because this baby will be a problem all of his life." And so she said, "No, this is the baby for me." So she adopted me and took me home. And I started to vomit clots of blood. And she had to take me back to the hospital very quickly. And the doctor said, "Change him and take another one, because he's going to die." She said, "No, I'll wait." So at 3 months old, I hadn't died yet, but I needed a blood transfusion. And so my adopted father went to the radio station, and he gave a call for blood to save his son. And so at the last minute, a fireman, boom barrel, came and gave blood to save my life. And so I kind of understand the gospel, because Jesus gave his blood to save us from eternal death. And well, this fireman saved me when I was 3 months old. So from the time I was very small, my mother, my adopted mother, she would put me on a chair across from her, and she would say to me, "Richard," she would say, "you've been sick. You were left to die. The doctor told me not to choose you." She said, "But she said, you have a great value." She said, "Your value is not calculated on what you have, what you know, your great name, or the fact that you've been loved, because you weren't loved before I had it. But your value is calculated on the price I paid for you. I chose you. Against every counsel of every person, I chose you. So if you ever doubt your great value, your great destiny, what you will do in this world, remember what I paid for you. In other words, I chose you, though you were the one that no one wanted." And so this has helped me throughout my life. When I see Christ crucified, and as Christians, as Catholics, we always have a cross with a Jesus, a corpus. And I think it's so that when we doubt our great value, we look at Jesus crucified, and we remember the price God the Father paid for us. He paid the price of his Son. Jesus gave his life for me. My mother seemed to know, my adopted mother, when I was very young, that I would have a lot of problems in my life. And from the time I was very young, I was very angry. I was in gangs. I stole things. When I was old enough, I stole cars. I stole a bulldozer one time. A bulldozer is a big machine that you take dirt out of the side of a hill. I was very angry. I was kicked out of school many times. I stole a lot of things. I was taken to the police station I don't know how many times, and there was an anger inside of me, and I didn't know what it was. I wanted to be nice. I wanted to be kind, but there was something very strong within me that was angry, that got vengeance on people. And so, but God was searching for me, and I think from the time I was born, I was looking for what I have now, but I didn't know what it was. I was searching for something.